Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Reynolds. We have 100% RC, Professor Flowers, and T Wright in the house. Be in here. What's going on, guys?
Good. What's going on, gentlemen?
Man,
back like I never left.
Tell me about
That's
it.
right.
We make an appearance on Thursday night instead of Friday night. So I'm hoping y'all were able to tune in to the show. We got a good game going on tonight. The Buccaneers versus Ravens. I think the only person that took the bus was Gatwood. Everybody else took the Ravens.
Of course it was Gatwood.
I know. I never seen nothing like. I like. So what make this man taking the bus after
Brady.
stuff? Brady. Yeah, he is a Brady fan. That's a good reason right there.
I see it's 3-10.
I know it's what, second quarter right now.
Yeah, top of the second.
So,
5 football left.
we're gonna see. Do y'all want to see the game standings right now, or y'all want to dive into the football games?
I'm gonna lay it on us.
Let's go and see it. All right, let's go and do it. So this is standings right now.
Why did you fail? Come on,
yeah, you put up 6 points last
game.
week. One week,
game,
RC. You feel big time. And you see that I'm 4 games back of you right now. I'm creeping on Tyler. Flowers, he making little moves right now.
I'm creeping like TLC, baby. Come on now.
Okay.
So y'all see what it is. Swift ain't out of it yet. Pushing for the playoffs.
We got to tighten up.
Yeah,
Hey, what you do
RC,
with that tie game? You just didn't count it?
Yeah, I just didn't count it. Nobody get that. So that's where we're at right now. RC, you slipped last week. Let's see, can you get something right this week?
Yep.
No pressure, though. No pressure.
Never pressure.
Ain't no pressure.
So
we ain't got no control over it anyway.
That's right.
That's right. All right. So like I said, everybody took the Ravens tonight. The score is 10-3. Gatwood's the only one that took the Bucks. Let's go ahead and dive into it. The first game on the schedule is Broncos versus Jazz. Yeah, Broncos versus Jazz. I saw this meme today. I thought it was pretty funny. We love memes. On our show. I think our group conversation consists of 50% arguing and 50% memes. So I think y'all love
memes.
So I think y'all might love this right here. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so we got the Russell Wilson costume here. It includes 2 wins, 4 losses, one creepy Subway ad, Wolverine blood, and requires $245 million.
How you get to that Party City?
Yeah, any local Halloween shop, I guess. Your Salvation Army store, either one. So, Broncos versus Jazz. The Broncos coming in at 2-5. Jazz are 2-5. I don't let RC talk about this since his boy Sunshine has to play against old Broncos country.
Is Russ playing? Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm quite sure he's playing. He got to be playing. He doing up
didn't
and
practice,
downs
though.
on the airplane and everything else. He got be playing.
I know they woke up like, bro, what is you doing, bro? Sit down.
What do you mean hands on the plane?
Well, I mean, he had a interview saying that the whole 8 hours on the whole way there, he was watching film and working out while everybody was asleep. So he was up and down the aisleways working out. Yeah, determines that Wolverine blood.
Like, boy, you don't sit your tail down somewhere.
Bro, sit down.
So are we picking this game or what we doing?
Yeah, we doing picks tonight. You know,
Okay,
even though we don't know Russell Wilson playing tonight.
I
Anybody?
mean, you got him questionable. I'm looking at it right now. They got him questionable. I mean,
he didn't practice though at all.
I mean, it's early. It's Thursday. I mean, he logged Friday practice in.
Let me just put it like this: it doesn't matter if he plays or not. The Broncos are winning this game because Trevor did not play against tough defenses. Point blank. You saw with the Texans, he looked confused, and the Broncos going to confuse the mess out of him.
I agree with that.
I don't care how many points are being scored here.
I agree with that.
Move the ball against these guys.
Might be a 10-3 score or something like that, and then I just think it's a get right game for the Broncos. I think the Broncos get right here, so I'm going with the Broncos.
What about you, Flowers?
I'm gonna take Jacksonville this week. Let me tell you what I'm gonna take them. Even though Russell Wilson might play, I mean, that offensive line is beat up. I've seen Jacksonville all season tear up on people with bad offensive lines. I don't think whoever's ripened or Russell Wilson, I don't think they're going to have time to do anything. I mean, it's honestly a home game for Jacksonville. They're used to going over there. I think it's Russell Wilson's first time going over there. It's a neutral field. I just think the elements might play a factor. I just think I'm going to go Jacksonville this week.
Okay. What about you, T. Wright?
I'm gonna go Broncos. I think Trevor gonna struggle against that defense.
Like always, man, Trevor he's not that. I want to say he's not that guy yet, but he's looking like it, bro. He just haven't progressed at all. I know y'all want to say he got a new coach. This is his first year and everything, but I just don't like his mechanics. I don't like his body language. I don't think he's a leader.
That's not what it is, man.
That's not what it is. Okay.
That's not what it is.
What is it then, RC?
You put it all on one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is the quarterback. That was most of the time it all goes on.
See, that's
I don't think
y'all give Brady so much credit.
We don't do that. We don't do that now. Not on VOF. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. We give an unbiased opinion. We call what we see. And if we're going to say a second-year quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, is supposed to be Tom Brady with a bunch of nobodies, I can't put that on him, man. They got to see. He did the second year. He got a new offensive coordinator, new coach. They got rid of his other running. They got rid of his best receiver came out. So I mean, it's a lot of changes.
What does he need then? What does he need to order to take next level?
He needs what every young quarterback needs. He needs time. He don't need 20 years, but he needs time. He needs time. I mean, because if he's doing this in year 5, you gotta worry about hearing about me saying.
So what's the difference between him and Daniel Jones?
But listen, Daniel Jones was never supposed to be a number one. We all know Daniel Jones was picked out of spite. Somebody in that up in that GM at that time with that regime had a crush on Daniel Jones. Trevor Lawrence is a winner in college on all levels. We knew who he was when he came into the National Football League. Daniel Jones is a curveball. That's a curveball, man. That's Geno Smith going to the Jets in the first round. Like no knock to Geno balling right now, but you gotta understand, bro. This Trevor Lawrence, man, it's all American. This guy was a dude. Daniel Jones with the Duke.
Two things.
But wasn't they not praising Daniel Jones? The quarterback coach for Peyton Manning or Eli, one of them guys, they're like, yo, he's a real deal.
I mean, Michael Finley worked out with Michael Jordan's training. Don't mean he's Michael Jordan. I mean, it is what it is. All I can say is, and I'll move on, let somebody else get it. Let's give him time. Let's see him in a few years. Let's see him year 3 or in the same offense for the second year.
Okay. Like, again, we spent too much time on Trevor, but let's move on.
That's my guy. I got to ride for my client.
Hey, you know what? For RC, I'll put together his quarterback list. And we're going to compare his quarterback list to my quarterback list.
Okay.
And we're going to have people vote on it. We're going to have people vote on it. You were like, okay, which one's better quarterback list?
Oh, this is gonna be
That's
easy.
that's the next
All right.
poll, man.
Yeah, that's the next
Ben,
vote. We'll take all 32 quarterbacks and we divide. Oh, and you're like, okay, I take this guy with this guy.
Okay,
How
we'll
about
do
that,
like a
RC?
draft. We'll do a draft.
Yeah, let's do a draft.
Okay, cool.
I like that.
All right. Panthers versus the Falcons. The 2-5 Panthers are playing against the 3-4 Falcons. Flowers. How you see this game going?
Look, in spite of Carolina getting a steal last week against Tampa Bay, a team that's trying to figure it out right now as we speak, I'm going with Atlanta because they're at home, man. They're a feisty team at home. Carolina, that was the gimme game. You know, coach got a lot on the line. They lose people. People trying to prove themselves. I get it. I think this week they come back into fruition as far as Atlanta should be able to handle them at home. I expect them to move the ball pretty efficiently, and I'm going Atlanta this week.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Atlanta too, just because of everything that transpired in Carolina with the fire sale. They didn't supposed to win last week. That was a big shocker right there. So I think they're gonna come off that high. PJ Walker, he getting started again. And like I said, they don't supposed to win games. They put in PJ because they down uh Baker and Sam, and they missing that Ole Miss quarterback. His name is escaping right now. So they don't
Terrell.
supposed to win games. And they just coming out playing. But I believe the Falcons get off the ground. They had a big blowout against the Bengals. So I think they come back, regroup. I mean, they sitting them. I think they tied with Tampa in the first place in the division. So they like, we gotta win these divisional games. This is gold for us. We gotta take care of business. And I feel like they get it done this Sunday versus the Panthers. RC, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. They at home. So when the Falcons at home, I'm going with the Falcons. When they're on the road, I'm going with the other team. I actually was taking a look at their backup running back because I know Huntley is dinged up a little bit. The backup guy is moving the ball. He had 50 yards last week. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons at home.
What about you, T. Wright?
Going Falcons too. Like Flower said, Carolina stole one last week, but they been pretty bad.
Yeah, they pretty bad team. Let's all agree.
Yeah.
The Panthers are a pretty bad team. They shouldn't have won that game last week.
Might cost
right,
them at the end of the year.
Right.
Tell me about it. Let's move on to the Bears versus Cowboys. Bears coming in at 3-4, Cowboys 5-2. I mean, they just setting the Cowboys up to they keep pace with the Eagles in this division. Dak, it's another one of the games we talked about where he can find his footing and progress and continue to get better. The Bears doesn't scare me right now. They have the 29th rush ranked defense. So that means we don't need Dak throwing 35, 40 times a game this Sunday. No, the Cowboys have a chance to run the ball with Pollard and Zeke, and just keep Dak settled and feeling fresh. I mean, there's no need for them to come out and just press Dak like that. Let him find himself and let him get back into the groove. All right, so you agree?
I agree. Cowboys they do well in the regular season, y'all. I mean, the last few years they win games in the regular season. It's the playoffs for the Cowboys. So I know Philadelphia leading the division and the Giants are doing what they're doing, but the Cowboys gonna be right there. So if they can just go back to the Cooper Rush game plan for Dak, I mean they'll probably win a lot more games easier. But they're gonna put it on Dak, and I don't think I disagree with. I don't think they need to let him try to throw it a whole bunch to get back into a rhythm. That's what you got practice for, stuff like that. Because he's injury prone. He'll be right back out soon. So Cowboys all that.
So RC taking the Cowboys. It's already everybody leaning one way or the other. Flowers, which way you leaning?
You know what? I'm
boy.
almost going to pick the Bears, but I'm not. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys, but I will say this: look, the Bears. I'm looking at the Bears right now, and I was just thinking, like, how many points have they given up this year? I don't think we talk about the Bears as far as the sense of, we look at Justin Fields, and we see the struggles at the quarterback position because of the talent that's not around him. But we don't talk about the defense that Matt Eberflus is putting out there. I'm looking at the scores, man. Well, I think Minnesota put up 29 on them. Other than that, it's hard. Look,
it's hard.
the defense is tough.
I mean,
it is hard.
But look at the teams, though. We can't just say that either. But we got to look.
49ers, Packers, Texans, Giants, Commanders, Patriots.
Robert Quinn.
For them to not have a good offense. I mean, Robert Quinn just got traded, and that's a big deal. They might slide off a little, but I do wonder with them trading him, they might have somebody ready to go for them to give him up like that. But only reason I'm saying Dallas needs to tread lightly this week. This is the kind of game that it can be 17-13. One of those kind of low scoring games. I see Vegas got Dallas 9.5 point favorite. I might would go with the points with Chicago on this week if I was betting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an ugly game. I think. I don't think Dallas is gonna run away with it in a sense. I just think that. Go ahead, RC.
Excuse me, but they sorry for cutting you off. They did the same thing.
Oh, you good?
You're dead on. You're spot on because Detroit they struggled with Detroit for 2 quarters, so for 3 quarters. So yeah, you're right about that.
Fields. I mean, a physical team. They can run the ball. Fields can run it. They can keep people on the field. It took Dallas a half to adjust to Philly with Jalen Hurts. Running the ball. So you have to be accountable for that. And, we just can't be blind to think that Chicago is gonna come in here and get rocked. It's gonna be a lot closer than what we're thinking.
Really,
I'm going with Dallas.
Where we saw with Justin Fields struggle against pretty good defenses. I mean, the Bears just don't have enough firepower to get going. I mean, the Bears. I bet y'all know this. The Bears are number 1 rushing right now.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they leaning so much on the running game because they don't have the weapons on the outside to spread the ball around.
You don't think that could, in a way, neutralize the pass rush for the Cowboys that they don't?
Oh yes.
Pass well?
Oh yes.
And that's what's going to make it so close.
Why would it neutralize it though? Because I'm thinking as a D coordinator coming in this game, I'm stacking the box.
Yeah.
Point
you
blank.
Can stack the box, but Justin Fields being able to run the ball adds an extra element. And then you add an RPO or two, and then
I ain't worried about that.
8 or 9, and it just takes somebody to just hit the middle one time and cut up the field for 40 yards, and you in red territory. That's all I'm saying.
The Cowboys defenders are too fast for that.
I seen Jalen Hurts make Lawrence and Parsons look silly on options and reads.
That's Jalen. He's bigger. He's stronger too than Justin Fields.
Justin Fields is 6'3", 230 pounds. You haven't seen Justin Fields play. I don't think you've seen him take off.
Yeah, I seen him run, but I'm not scared. I'll be more scared of Jalen Hurts because he ran the system longer than Justin Fields. Justin Fields is just coming in here.
What's the weakness of the Cowboys defense?
The rush defense.
Running straight at them.
But exactly,
they can't stop the run.
That's what I'm saying. So if you can't stop the run, you already know what you're doing coming in the game. You making Justin Fields throw the ball. You shutting.
That's only if Dallas is up. Then that's only if Dallas is up. They can pin their ears back then. But if it's back and forth, it's balanced.
When Philly started running the ball on Dallas, then the game got away from them. Once they was able to force Herb to pass, Herb was gonna pass anyway because he got weapons outside. He's gonna attempt to do it. Phil's not gonna attempt to do it. It's like, listen, we're gonna get it. We're gonna play in the box sandlot football, and made a stronger, more physical team win. And that's what Dallas don't want to do. Dallas don't do well against physical teams. That's what they get. That's what they get got in the playoffs when they have to play someone they want to play that physical style of football.
That's right.
All I'm saying is,
but I'm picking them.
Yeah, I'm going with too. But I'd be surprised if Dallas lose the game. I really would because of how Dallas just they tenacious. Their defense can get after you. So if the Bears cannot run this ball, they screwed from the get go.
I mean, of course, they'll be able to.
They'll be able to.
Just, y'all didn't know we sponsored by Bang. They don't know it yet, but yeah, they sponsor us. This gave me fear right now. Like I said, I'm not feeling that well, but this gave me some life right here. Just in time, to pick the Dolphins and the Lions game. Oh, T. Right, and get your pick.
Cowboys.
And Flowers, you said Cowboys too, right?
Yes.
All right. Dolphins versus the Lions right here. RC, you're fighting Lions. What's going to happen? Who you rolling with?
I'm rolling with the Dolphins. Dolphins are getting healthy. Detroit is starting to Detroit. They're gonna be in every game. They're gonna be tough, but they just don't have enough on offense or defense. They don't have enough players. To when they're playing teams with more skilled players and better coaching, they're gonna struggle. So I'm going with the Dolphins. Dolphins are getting healthy at the right time. This is an easy pick for me.
RC, I thought I'm gonna hear this from you.
I am once again asking for your financial support. I am once again asking for your financial support.
Oh no!
I thought you were coming out with the Lions and like, hey, we need this win, guys.
Hey, but see the thing about the Lions early on in the season, bro. Every year I pull for the Lions to do something. Been watching football a long time. They've been losing most of my adult life, so it's like, I've seen a few seasons, but not many. So every year I'm gonna do the same for the Lions, man. They just been bad. So go Dolphins.
You ain't coming out asking for support.
No.
All right, T. Right. You feeling lucky with the Lions?
Not at all. I'm going with the Dolphins. They looked pretty solid last week. With Tua coming back, he looked like he was. He didn't like he was worried about getting injured again. He came back in solid, so I think they're gonna take this one.
Yeah, I would pick the Dolphins last week unless I let two guys get in my ear. But yeah, Tua's back, but I think they're kind of precautious with Tua right now. Yeah. So I don't think they're full strive. Is Waddle back?
Yeah, he played last week too.
Okay, he played last week too. So yeah, Dolphins they struggling right now. I feel like the offense is not as potent as it was when they first started off. And Tyreek Hill, he leading the league in receiving right now. So that's crazy. Come to think of it. He's still balling. We got Kansas City. Flowers, who you picking between the Lions and Dolphins?
Man, Dolphins, they're getting healthier. If this becomes a shootout, I'm gonna take the Dolphin weapons every day week over the Lions weapons. So I'm going Dolphins.
Okay, I feel you on that. 3 and 4 Cards are playing against the 3 and 4. I can't read my own handwriting. No, 5 and 1 Vikings. That look like a 3. Oh man! So Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins are going against the baby and D-Hop. D-Hop looked great last week, even though the Saints didn't have the number 1 corner. But he still was able to have pretty great game. I'm leaning towards the Vikings only because of the offense. They better put up points. They're having a hard time running the ball. Damn Cook, even he hasn't been healthy, so that's another reason why they kind of, their running game is lacking right now. But I'll just throw this out here though. The Cardinals worry me because they 28 in third down percentage. That mean they can't keep drives alive. The Saints help them keep their drives alive, huh?
You talking about the Cardinals offense?
Yeah, the Cardinal offense. They 28 in third down percentage.
I think that's a little misguided though.
Oh, tell me why then, Professor Flowers.
Because he got D-Hop back. You got Hollywood Brown there. You got Robbie Anderson now. I mean, that third down percentage ought to rise.
It ought to?
You would think. I mean, D-Hop had 10 snags last week. Look, D-Hop
like I said,
is going to take so much coverage off of those other two cats, man. People ought to be wide open. So if they can't convert on third down, what's called on deserve a job? Kingsbury don't deserve a job.
Well, James Conner, he's trying to get back healthy. We saw Eno Benjamin run last week.
I'm looking at the injury list now. I really don't see too many people on there.
So, again, the Cardinals, they're going to have to improve that third down percentage. Like you said, it might be a little bit misguided, but we're going to see playing against the Vikings. RC, what do you see happening in this game?
Man, the Cardinals might be getting healthy at the right time. I can see them making a run. The Vikings are or another one of those teams like the Giants and the Cowboys and the Eagles. Had a lot of a lot of a favorable schedule and no major injuries. And now we're going to see they're going to play a team that's going to come at them and get after them. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, man. I think the Cardinals are going to, the baby's going to run around. D Hop, he's going to find D Hop. He's going to find Rondé Moore. Rondé Moore is a big piece for them. But this game just feels like a get right game for the Cardinals and really expose the Vikings for what they really are. So we'll be able to tell what they are.
Did you know that the Cardinals are 25th against the pass?
I'm not an analytics guy. I mean,
I'm just letting I'm throwing it out there for you.
Hey,
I mean, you do what you will with the information. That's all I'm saying.
Flowers, I'm telling you this, brother. I ain't betting for a few weeks. Football this year has been crazy because the analytic guys. Because listen, you can go by that number stuff and then get there and you see like the Giants are losing to the Packers, and then all of a sudden the Packers just stop playing football. Or you see the Raiders put up 38 points against the Texans when nobody else could put up 38 points against the fighting Lovie Smith. It don't make sense at all. 49ers ain't getting beat ain't gave up 45 points in 45 years. They give up 45 last week. So don't tell me nothing about 27 pass break defense in the National Football League, because it don't mean nothing, because Sunday it don't all add up the way it's supposed to.
It's going to add up.
Nah.
And the Vikings are eighth. The Vikings are eighth in takeaways. So the Vikings can cause turnovers now. So
we got to think about it. The Cardinals are it's a bad play call against the Eagles and beating the number one team in the league. Just a bad play call. He slid too soon. He'd have had the first down. Field goal missed. So I mean, the Cardinals are an NFC West team.
I don't think that they're good. All right, let's go back to the Saints game, right? We spotted them 14. And they still almost didn't beat us, though. I mean, they beat us by what, 7?
Yeah, but y'all had to fight. Y'all had to claw your way back to get it down.
We spotted them 14.
It didn't feel like we lost by 7.
Andy Dalton will put up for the FedEx Air Player of the Week.
You didn't spot him 14, brother. You didn't spot him 14.
They took them 14.
No, we gift wrapped him. They came to our gift station. We wrapped up the 2 interceptions, and we presented it to him. That's what happened in that game.
But listen, man, you gotta look at it from this standpoint. It's a National Football League any given Sunday. I feel like as we start getting into this cold weather, teams are gonna be more physical. These teams that have these winning records have not faced no adversity. The Cowboys have with losing quarterback. What are the Vikings? And who beat them?
Okay.
The one team that beat them handily. So I want to see how they match up against, like, DeAndre Hopkins gonna do a lot for that team, man.
Well, you acting like the Cardinals all world beaters, man. Like, I don't understand.
They're really good on defense too.
Cardinals, when we were saying the baby,
they have talent on defense.
They're injured.
The talent ain't translating over onto the field.
You seen that talent when they picked the Saints out twice.
No,
that's talent.
Callaway took the interception up.
They took it back though,
come
man.
on.
They took it to the end zone.
So last week you put up a thing for BOF. I saw it. You said that the Chiefs beat the brakes off the 49ers. They beat the 49ers, right? But if you go watch the game, the score wasn't indicative of how the game really went. It was a few plays that happened in that game, a third and forever. But I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take away from the Chiefs for catching the pick, for converting the third down. So the Cardinals called the interception.
I mean, why not? They didn't
did
cause
what it. Yes, they did, brother. They got home to. First of all, we talking about teams, the Saints and the Cardinals. Both teams are injured, but one team is getting healthy. Your guys, Michael Thomas, he just, I don't know what he's doing. And then your quarterback play, that's going to be something you're going through for the rest of the year. What I'm saying is, the 49ers, the Saints, the Cardinals, eventually going to get healthy. The Vikings ain't had no adversity. The Eagles, no adversity. The Giants, no adversity. We finna start seeing it. It's coming, bro. It's coming.
All right, let's hear Flowers take. Go ahead.
Now you done heard me gas up DeAndre Hopkins and company. I'm going with the Cardinals this week. I'm with
Yeah, y'all
RC,
do this.
man. Look, I
Yeah.
mean, we do this because I think we know what we're talking about. I think we mesh well together. Matter
He
of fact,
sounds
RC,
disappointed.
we need to get together, RC, and talk
Yeah.
about this gambling stuff. I think we can conjure up some stuff.
Yeah,
But
go ahead and
look,
do that.
I agree with
Wow.
RC. Speaking the truth, man, 100% RC, man. Look,
That's right.
the Vikings haven't had any adversity. Y'all should have beat the Vikings. Y'all
And
should
we
have
should
beat
beat the
them.
Cardinals.
Listen, wait a minute. I think you're a little biased because they beat y'all. But let me tell you this week, the Chiefs don't got a game. But if they had a game this week, I would pick them. I know
that's
You're
right.
not.
I mean,
Me losing to you.
You
ain't
think I
gonna
hold
make me
grudges over here or something?
Yeah.
hey, I picked
yes,
the Chiefs against my coach. I thought,
sir.
hey, I'm just saying, I try
Tyler,
not to
can
be
you hear
so
these
biased.
guys? Can you hear it? Tell me. Let's hear Tyler.
Look.
Come on, man.
He finna be mad at me because I'm going with the Cardinals. I think
Three
they really
Stooges, go ahead. Y'all go
I
and
think
get
beating us last week. I think they getting healthy too. They getting D-Hop. I think that really stuff might start to click for them for real at a good time too.
What? I don't understand what y'all talking about. Click.
Vegas got them 3.5
I
underdog.
mean, they went
3.5.
to D-Hop because we're missing Lattimore. I mean, of
Why?
course you're going.
But do you
Justin
understand?
Evans.
But do you understand the value of DeAndre Hopkins? Do you understand the true
We
value
saw
of
last
DeAndre?
year. And what were they doing last year with D-Hop? They still were losing games, and
Well,
we saw
they fell off at the end of the year for the past 2 years. That's coaching. That is a coaching
Well, they still
mishap
have the
because
same coach,
they
don't
start
they?
hot. Yes, they do, but they got to figure that out. But you know what?
We're
Maybe
not
it's a little
saying they're
vice
gonna win the
versa
Super
this year.
Bowl.
Right.
We're not gonna
You
say
know,
we're not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl. We're gonna beat the
They
Vikings.
started. They started with
man.
adversity, Ben. Kyler Murray has had to go through adversity. He's been through
Kirk
adversity
Cousins.
the whole offseason.
If I'm wrong Monday, I say I'm wrong Monday, but I'm not wrong on this.
We're gonna have to
Hey,
hear it
we're
if
gonna
you
see.
right, boy. I already know.
So
I
answer
wouldn't be
this.
shocked
So
if
answer
Vikings
this.
won.
So answer this. You believe in Kirk Cousins? Right.
Like, what kind of question? Not like, yeah, in this game, but not like every game. It just all depends on what's going on.
Better not be on TV. Better not be a primetime game, which is not. But I mean, it better not be on some like. I think Fox will probably carry this game. I just feel like I don't believe in the Vikings. Like
I will be
they're
watching
just
this game.
They do
every
for a
year.
lot.
Me too. I'm gonna be watching.
All right, let's
we
move
gotta
on.
watch it now.
Let's move on. The Patriots are playing against the Jets. 3-4 Patriots are going to New York's home. I want to show y'all this clip. I know y'all talking about Zappe, so I thought I'd put this out there for y'all.
Surprised that Jones came out so quickly.
Yeah, but that's the NFL for you. You know, it's a fast-changing business, and you got to rock with it right now.
How do you personally and other receivers and skill players adjust when a change like that is made?
Not even as a football player. I mean, it's tough as a man to see somebody who works so hard kind of get that kind of treatment. But at the end of the day, you know, we all trying to feed our families, so we got to go out there and make plays for whoever's going.
All right, so y'all know who he's talking about? Matt Jones. What Bill Belichick did was cause a rift amongst the team because they support Matt Jones. They 100% Matt Jones. 100% behind him. 100% RC, right? So we have his number one guy, Myers, coming out like, hey, we see how hard Matt Jones works. We see what he do in the training room, in the film room. So why put Zappe in when that guy is putting in the work, is doing what he need to do, and Belichick like, oh, I'm trying to be genius over here and find another Tom Brady by putting in Zappe. Like, that don't make no sense. So please tell me.
Jacoby Myers.
The number one receiver for the New England Patriots. That's who Jacoby Myers is. Right?
And you know who made him? You know who made him the number one receiver? You know who turned him into a star? When Cam was there, that was the only person Cam was throwing the ball to, Jacoby Myers. But I bet you can't tell me who Jacoby Myers is. He don't hold no weight. No
who he was.
Listen, bro. Cam Newton threw him the ball. He didn't fight for Cam like that. Why are you fighting for Mac Jones?
He saw Cam hurt. He saw Cam arm. Like, I'll fight with Mac Jones too if I had Cam Newton last year. I mean, it doesn't make no sense.
Bro, listen, you know why Zappe playing bad? Because we started talking and bragging on Zappe. We put the bad juju on Zappe. But look, Zappe is the 4th round pick. He's the 4th round pick, right?
4th round pick.
Mac Jones, number 1 pick. if this was Trevor Lawrence, if this was Trey Lance, what it be doing, y'all? What it be doing?
Controversy.
I don't see no comparison here. All right, we could.
They
No,
look-
we talking about Zappe. Maybe this never crossed our minds. Maybe Zappe just sucks. I mean, that could be
Oh, no.
thing too, right? I mean, that could be a probability.
No.
So,
I just think
so
you're being a little harsh.
I'm making this point right here. So tell me that both of y'all are picking the Patriots this week versus the Jets.
No. Why?
I mean,
What?
Zappe
Listen.
might play. That's why we never know. He took out Matt Jones.
Matt Jones is starting.
Oh, now he's starting
Clear the
again.
air.
I wonder
Matt Jones
why.
is starting.
I wonder
Because
why.
Bill Belichick said so. That's why.
But I believe all of us on this panel know that the Jets are rolling right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would we pick the Patriots just to prove a point? I'm not doing that.
I don't know. I see you tell me. I mean, if Zappe playing, I feel like y'all need to back up your guy.
No, not like that.
Zappe is one man, Ben. It's 52 other men that's on the roster and 21
Okay,
people.
y'all weren't saying that last week when Zappe
Bro,
was
you
doing
hard.
his thing.
You hard on quarterbacks, man. But you hard on quarterbacks because you depend on you. It's like the quarterback. I know the analytics say the wins and losses go to quarterback, but they really don't. I mean, if you really watch quarterback play, it's a team sport. Like y'all, you should see that with New Orleans. What Drew Brees meant, but it's also the skill players around him. Like he needs it's a lot more parts to that.
We making this unanimous vote. Everybody picking the Jets.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jets.
I had to show y'all that clip to make sure y'all know what's going on.
I mean, if you want to hear the why, I mean, I can tell you why I'm going with the Jets.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me the why. Yeah. I thought pretty
I know you are. Look, it ain't just because of Zappe, the man that you don't like. Look, the Jets are the more physical team. The Patriots are not physical, man. Like if they play somebody that's more physical than them, like you've seen it with the Bears, man. The Bears just played bully ball with them and just ran it down their throats, man. And I just don't be out. Whether it's Zappe or Matt Jones, man, they don't have the weapons that's gonna be able to challenge the Jets. So that's why I picked them.
That sounds pretty good enough reason for me. You know, I think the same thing going in with this pick. All right. The 2-5 Steelers are visiting the 6-0 Eagles. I want to say this: the Steelers defense are ranked 28th, the 18th in the rush defense, and 29th in pass defense. So with that being said, RC, I know you're picking the Eagles because you have to. Money Mitch or Kenny Pickett are not they're just not going to be able to do it versus this Eagles team.
This game is in Philadelphia.
It's in Philly.
See, this for some reason, man, football has been so weird this year. It's like I took the Buccaneers against the Steelers, thinking they're gonna go for the kill shot. It's gonna be it, the end of the Steelers, and they got me. They should have beat the Dolphins last week. They're gonna fight with Philadelphia. It's gonna be a problem for Philadelphia because this is just Mike Tomlin. But I gotta go with the undefeated team at home. Because it just makes sense. I don't see Kenny Pickett and Mitchell Trubisky winning on the road. I'm taking the Eagles by a field goal.
Yeah, right now, Kenny Pickett and Mitchell are competing for the most interceptions right now. So whoever wins that, I guess whoever wins that wins the starting job. It's kind of backwards, but okay.
That pick he threw last week was bad. In the end zone, you seen that pick he threw last week? Kenny Pickett?
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
They not rating these guys on touchdown. They rating them on interceptions. Flowers, you loving the Eagles?
I ain't messing with Kenny Pickett no more. He's too young. Too young, man. The offensive line is terrible. I'm a big person on offensive line, defensive line play. It's night and day with that matchup, man. Eagles will probably jump out big on them in the first half, and Steelers might knock it down a little bit. But I see the Eagles maybe cruising a little bit. I say about 10. Eagles by 10.
Eagles by 10. T. Wright, you loving Jalen Hurts?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
That's what I like to hear. You know, T. Wright, I don't bring this up every time.
I know
2
you
years
finna-
ago, let's tell a little story. 2 years ago, I was at Hibbits. We were standing around me and T. Wright talking about Jalen.
Standing around.
And not helping no customers, you know, just talking football. And T. Wright, can you remember what I said about Jalen?
You say you want him on the Saints.
I
You do
want
that
him
a
on
lot,
Saints.
though. You do that a lot.
God, he's a baller. That's why I said he's a competitor. That's why I wanted him. And look at the quarterback guru now. So I'm putting this out there. If NFL teams need me to rate their quarterbacks and point out certain things, I am available at VOS Sportscast at yahoo.com. Business inquiries on Instagram. So yeah, if I need some help in that department, just holler at me.
Do you like Justin Fields? Don't you like Justin Fields?
Yeah, I do.
Do you like Marcus Mariota? I'm just asking you a question.
I do.
I'm
trying to see where this is going.
You like Jalen Hurts?
Yeah. Most
you
definitely.
You like Ryan Tannehill?
Not really.
It's a trend, huh, RC? It's a trend.
It's not a trend. I don't know where you're going with this.
Why you don't like
random guy?
Why you don't like Ryan Tannehill?
Because he's a one-trick pony.
Oh my God!
But hey, the other guy's not. It's different levels, RC.
No, they all do the same thing. They all do the same thing, bro. I think Jalen Hurts is a blessed young man right now. But as we get closer to the playoffs and we start playing teams, and like I saw Dallas do him in the second half, like he looked just like Mariota in the second half of games and Fields in the second half of games. When I look at the stat line, I see 126 yards passing for an entire game. Like you give that talent, Jalen Hurts got. Get at the Patrick Mahomes. Get at the Josh Allen. Get at the Brady right now. You know Brady can't play without no stars. Give him that what he got. Man, he had 400 yards in a game, 456 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and a plane ticket to go home. Because you know Brady got to go check in every now and then. He'll go by the house. He'll run by the house. But your guys barely throwing 200 yards for 200 yards, bro.
That means they don't need to do that to win the game. So I'm fine with that. If it puts them in a position to win, then why does that matter?
So what happens when they have to win that game with their arm?
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it with their arm and on legs.
They'll throw the ball in the dirt.
See, right?
Tyler, go back to the playoff game in Philadelphia. Jalen was throwing the ball in the dirt. Only receiver who was missing was AJ. Everybody else was there. He was throwing the ball in the dirt, holding the ball too long. You gotta understand, the game is still played from the pocket, and at some point, he's gonna have to play from the pocket
and make some big throws eventually.
Let me piggyback off that. So Trey Lance play from the pocket.
No, he got to learn too. He in that category too. We don't know what Trey Lance is, so we can't put.
I'm telling you what he is.
Oh, but you like them type of quarterbacks though.
I don't like Trey Lance, cause like I said, I played more games than him in college, and he got picked high.
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I mean, geez, man, if I knew that's all it takes, then I would put myself out there.
Okay, that has nothing to do with nothing. I'm not even going to disagree with you on that because we have not seen him. Like, that's unfair, like, analysis. We don't know what
convert
he is.
to receiver while you hit him. So
he's so raw. He's so raw.
All right, the Raiders. The Raiders are playing the Saints. 2-4 Raiders and 2-5 Saints.
In the
Tyler,
dome?
who need this? In the dome.
Yes,
Tyler, who need this win more?
Ooh, that's tough. I think it would mean more for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Because we win, I think we still look bad. I'm gonna go Raiders just because they still got something to fight for. I think they can really be dangerous if they get rolling too. They're another team that's like that.
All right.
So I think this is a good game for them to. I don't know. This tough. I'm gonna go Raiders though.
You're in a Saints fan. You're in a Saints fan saying going Saints.
This
and I'm right with you, dog. I'm going with my inner Saints fan here, and I'm picking the Saints, even though I see us losing this game because I don't even know Lattimore's playing, and we don't have nobody to cover Devontae.
I don't see Lattimore on the injury report.
Devontae Adams is out.
He didn't practice though. I didn't see him practice.
I don't see him on the injury report though.
Devontae Adams is out.
Devontae is on the injury report. He just questionable for now.
Okay,
he's fine. He's
He
fine.
gonna probably
Jacobs, well, they probably just not
Marshawn.
practicing.
Marshawn seemed like he only can clamp any. He can't clamp nobody but Michael Thomas. I mean, not Michael Thomas. Mike Evans.
Nah, he can clamp me other guys too. It's
You
just
see what
all
Justin
depends on how
Jefferson
he
did to my
feel.
boy?
But but the thing is about that matchup, Lattimore is in the dude's face and not jamming him not one bit. You can't give Jefferson a free release. If you're gonna get that close to Jefferson, you better put a hand on that guy.
You're gonna lose that. Unless you Deion Sanders. And you drop them
Yeah.
arms down in front of Jefferson, and you
Oh,
put them arms up on Jefferson. He's slippery. Bye-bye.
But
That boy
how
bad,
that's
man.
what I'm saying. Lattimore's in the guy's face, no jamming, no nothing. Like foot to foot.
Yeah.
Man, Jefferson too smooth for that.
Yeah, he's too smooth
for that. So that what that problem was. Lattimore played better versus bigger receivers. I guess cause they let Shiffy or something. I don't know. But I'm taking the Saints because I feel the sense of urgency here. We had Kamara stand up in the locker room and give a speech. Who would have thought Kamara would say something? Out of all them leaders in that locker room, Cameron Jordan, Mario Davis, Michael Thomas, who would have thought that he would have got up and said something? He said it's too quiet in here. So that tells me something. That he trying to light a fire. You know how big of a fire that lights in someone when they hear somebody that don't speak, they just stick to themselves, they kind of like an introvert, and they get up and say something, you're like, oh snap. Dang, that dude saying something now? Then yeah, we got a problem here. We gotta fix this. That does something to you when a guy that you don't think him as a leader, he just showed his game on the field. You don't see that. You just like, okay, Kamara doing his thing, but when Kamara stands up and talks, then I think that says a lot. It's just like a man of a few words. When that man of a few words say something, it hits home. It's like, dang, yeah, you're right. We gotta get this thing moving. So I'm taking the Saints just off of, we just need this win. We in the NFC South, which is a pretty terrible division, but we can't keep losing games. We gotta win at least some of the games in order to stay in the hunt. Flowers. I know you're picking the Raiders, so let's go and hear this.
Not being, why would you think I picked the Raiders for?
I don't know. You just seem like a Raiders type of guy tonight.
Well, I'm gonna pick the Saints.
Oh,
I'm picking the Saints this week.
okay.
Yeah, pick the
We
Saints
appreciate
this week. Look, T. I understand why you don't want to pick them, but I'm actually with Ben on this, man. That I think there's a sense of urgency going on down in New Orleans, and with it being at home, I've just seen y'all be at home and just win, countless games, whether it's with Sean or whoever. But even though the Raiders are, beating some teams that they're supposed to beat, like Houston last week, I think that y'all front seven can slow down Jacobs, and I think y'all can do enough to, slow down. I don't know if Waller's going to play this week. I think y'all can do enough to slow him down on the top, especially with Lattimore being back. I just like you say, the sense of urgency should be enough to, power the offense with Kamara. I think Kamara's going to have a big game. The Raiders are not that good defensively. So I think y'all be able to score some points, and y'all just need to make one play on the defensive side to change the game. So I'm going to go with the Saints this week.
They talked to Chris Richard, I believe is his name, the defense coordinator, co-coordinator, and they talk about tackling and know that's a problem. They got to clean it up. Josh Jacobs coming in into this game with the three TDs. So we already know we got our hands full. Like I said, I'm picking the Saints because I'm being a homer. I just feel like there's a sense of urgency that's down the bayou right now. I see what you think.
Man, it's a tough game to pick because both teams are inconsistent, but I just go off of the Saints have a winning record at home. So I don't think the Raiders are going to come into New Orleans and just not scoring 38 this week. It's going to be a fight on their hands, and I feel like, I think Andy Dalton's going to do enough. Michael Thomas might play. So,
yeah,
the Raiders, everything looks hard for the Raiders. Everything is tough. Nothing's easy. And then I think too, I don't think Josh McDaniels is a good coach. I've never liked Josh McDaniels. I think he's very overrated. So I'm going with the Saints.
That sound pretty legit to me. Like I said, I can see this. I can see the Rangers win this game, but like I said, the Saints need this. All right. Titans versus Texans. Flowers. The Titans got I believe, a favorite matchup. Are you rolling with the Titans this week?
You know what? Houston's gonna play them a lot tougher. I'm gonna go with the Titans this week, but this is the division game. Look, I don't want to sound like a hater or anything because I'm wearing this Indianapolis blue. Tennessee is a good team. I don't think they're a great team. They're a good team that capitalize off mistakes. I think they'll force Davis Mills to a mistake or two. And Houston can't stop the run. Man, Derrick Henry probably about to put up about 130 plus on this week. So I'm going with Tennessee.
All right, T-Right. Who you liking?
I'm liking Tennessee. I think Derrick Henry always have a pretty good game against them, so he gonna bring it home for him.
Yeah, it seems like Derrick Henry is finally getting it going. So I like to see that. RC, you taking the Fighting Lovies?
I'm taking no. They'll fight you, but they ain't winning this week. I'm gonna take the Titans. It's very the Texans remind me of the Lions, the Bears, teams like that that's gonna hang around and fight you. It's gonna be a competitive game, like you said, it's a divisional game, so you throw the record out. But I'm going with the Titans.
All right. Game break. The Ravens are losing to the Buccaneers 10-3. Lamar had I believe they went for a fourth down in the red zone. They missed, so they turned the ball over in the red zone.
That's stupid. Take the point.
Just take the points. Just take the points.
They were down and went for it on fourth in the red zone?
Yeah, they were down and went for it on fourth.
Analytics, bro. Analytics got these people doing stuff, irrational stuff. Don't make sense.
I know it's 10-3.
Kick the field goal, make it 6-10. You're gonna get the ball back. Put yourself in an opportunity to take the lead. It's not that hard.
Not that hard
at all.
Not that hard.
They playing Madden.
Yep.
All right, the 3-4 Commanders are playing against a 3-3-1 Colts. Commanders coming in. This is the battle of the unwanted. So we have Taylor Heineke, and we have Sam Ellinger.
Sam Ellinger, 6th round pick out of Texas.
Like I said, the battle of the unwanted.
That's disrespectful to say unwanted. Anybody that's in the league is not unwanted. They work hard to get there. And
Okay. You're right, Todd. I mean, you're right, Flower. They not unwanted. They just less desirable. So, all right. So, I like the Colts in this one. I'm not sold on that performance the Commanders had against Green Bay because the score was 14-0 in that game. The Commanders fought back and they were able to, create some things and make things happen. And what you brought up with Sam Ellinger, I've seen him a couple times, and he do bring that dynamic or that running ability from him. So the Colts, they might look a little different on Sunday. Commanders might have never seen this before. They probably had to go back to old tapes and look and see how they played with Sam Ellinger. But other than that, we know Young is going to be out. I believe I saw that he's going to be
Chase still out.
Yeah, so the defense is not going to be that formidable. So I'm taking the Colts. Let's let the Colts correspondent, the fan, Damien Flowers, take it from here.
All right, thank you. Look here, 3:25, 3:30 Central Time, big game Sunday. In my opinion, and Colts land opinion, big game, man. People have been hollering for Sam since last year when Carson was there. When Carson was bunking 150 yards a game up, and Jonathan Taylor was carrying the load. Frank said some things this week. And look, I know the Matt Ryan thing looks bad as far as, we bring them in, we give them, all this money. We're paying them $40 million over the next 2 years, 28 this year, 12 next year. But it's not working. What was promised to him is not working. And what he said he could deliver, he hasn't been able to do it. I don't want to call him washed because I have so much respect for Matt Ryan. But I'm just gonna say, like I've been saying all year long, that the system that Frank has is just not formidable with Matt because we can't protect him. No disrespect to Matt, but put the young man in, put Sam in, let him be able to move around. I think Frank is a great coach. So I expect to see some continuity. I expect to see some urgency from these receivers, from this offensive line. Even if things break down, Sam's not going to do any worse than what Matt did. Let's be real
That's
here.
true.
I mean, the picks that Matt threw, that's something you would see. So you would think somebody like Sam would do. I don't even expect that from him. I expect Sam to be careful with the ball. If it's not there, he's going to pull it down and run it. But I've been saying all year that if Matt Ryan was 12 years younger and could move just a little bit better, and
Yeah.
he could just step up and make some evasive moves and keep a play going, we'll get big plays. Terry Glenn's going into the Ring of Honor. I wouldn't dare not pick us this week. I'm going with Irish. You already know that.
That'd be blasphemy. All right, RC. Did you know, since you like stats and everything,
Come on, bud.
the Commanders are ranked 25th in points?
Really?
Yeah, 25th. So they can't put.
Well, this week I went to the fantasy gurus and they told me to get Paris Campbell, so I did. I put Paris Campbell on my team. I'm gonna play him this week. Paris Campbell, can you hear me? You've been
He
doing
been
good.
showing up, man. He been showing up.
You've been doing good, Paris Campbell. I need you because right now I'm kind of dinged up, and I didn't let Ben finesse me with Michael Thomas, but we're gonna be all right. We'll be all right. I'm taking
you, RC. What you doing to him?
Then also I'm taking the reason why I'm taking the Colts because the Colts are mirror images of teams that I like to watch play. They're gonna play defense. The quarterback play's got the Colts in the bind. Trust me, I feel your pain, my brother. There's a lot of teams going around the NFL that's really good, but the quarterback play is keeping them from being great.
Yes, sir.
So this week we rolling with the Colts. Paris Campbell gonna put up some numbers for me. Colts big.
All right, to your right. You picking it back off of what RC's doing?
Yes, sir. Colts.
So it's looking like I probably can make up trade this week.
What you trying to say, bro?
Tyler, either gonna be Tyler RC with a pie in their face. I know it.
Bro, listen. If I fall back to last place, I deserve that pie.
All right. 49 versus the Rams. 3 and 4 49ers are playing against the 3 and 3 Rams. Let's let our 49ers analysts take this.
I'm gonna be quick. 7 of our last 8, we beat the Rams.
Yeah.
Niners. If we don't play nobody else, we play the Rams. And it's easy. Jimmy Garoppolo looked like Joe Montana against the Rams. And this week, and his real name is not Jimmy Garoppolo, ladies and gentlemen, it's James Richard Garoppolo. So James gonna show up this week. Jimmy won't be available, and Christian McCaffrey will be on this full display again. The 49ers win by a touchdown.
Yeah. Every time Matthew Stafford play against 49, it seems like he turned the ball over. It come in like in a ones or twos or something. I don't know. It's come in a pack when he turned the ball over. So I'm taking the 49 because they usually get out to Matthew Stafford and make him throw some dumb passes. So I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking the 49. It's really no cut and dry. It's just that simple. The Rams never match up well against the 49ers. Except for in the playoffs last year. But,
Yeah.
All right, Flowers.
All I got to say is bless the Rams this week. I'm going with the 49ers. Bless them. They're going to need it.
You're right.
You saying?
Yep. Bro, better get some ice. Next step, better get some ice ready.
He better get it ready.
It's coming. It's coming. All right, that's pretty simple. Everybody going with the 49ers. Now, this is the game right here I had scratching my head about. But, I taught myself, through the game, and I was like, oh, yeah, that make a lot more sense. The 6-1 Giants are playing against the 4-3 Seahawks. Now, we were talking about Geno over here. T, right? You had him. No, you didn't have him as your player of the week last week. But what you think of this matchup?
This was a head scratcher for me too. I think it's gonna be a close one, but I'm gonna go Geno over Daniel Jones.
Really? Geno? So you pick you going off the quarterback play, not actually what's going on.
Yeah, I think
Is Geno really better than Daniel Jones, RC?
Yeah, listen. NFC West right now, trending upwards. Cardinals, Niners, Rams, Seahawks.
Oh, we lost him. What happened?
Yeah, I'm taking. Before you lose me again, I'm taking the Seahawks this week. The Giants every week they find a way to win. I mean, eventually you got to lose. And Seahawks are at home, and it's tough to win over there. And they are running the football. Have y'all seen that Walker kid?
He's great. He is great.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks.
Who you have, Flowers?
I'm going Seahawks because they're at home, man. I just think that they have a little bit more than the Giants, man. And I think that 12 crowd going to help them this week. I just think they got a little bit more offense, and they'll make one or two extra plays, and they'll be the end of it for the Giants.
So let me get that again. Flowers taking the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to write it down. RC taking
no, I'm taking Seattle. No.
T Wright and Flowers taking Seattle. RC said Giants, right?
Nope. See, this how you getting the Flowers.
And he trying to bamboozle. He's still trying to bamboozle, man.
I forgot to jot it down. Like,
y'all might want to see his picks. You might want to see them picks he be giving us, bro. Y'all record might be sabotaged.
He acting like Daniel Snyder with the double books, man. What's going on?
Nah, come on, guys.
Seahawks, baby.
Beat y'all guys. I'm gonna beat y'all fair and square. No, I'm taking the Giants. All right, so I was looking at the stats and everything. The Seahawks are ranked 29th in rush defense. Giants are ranked 28th in rush defense. So we got pretty two bad rush defenses here.
Who got the better run game?
The Giants have the better running game right now than the Seahawks.
Wait a minute. Who
see, look, why you say like I knew those?
who Tyler, right? Can you tell me who the running back is in New York?
The great Saquon.
How in the world now?
Come on now.
Because the Seahawks beat you earlier this year, and all of a sudden you holding that against. Come on, man. You're gonna go with the guy that you say is washed. It's not really good.
Did I say he was washed? I said he's injury prone. He just been dealing with
got 143 carries this year so far. That's a lot of
I'm not wishing nothing bad on him. I'm just waiting. I'm just seeing what he finished strong. He finished strong. Now I'm giving him a hand clap. Way to go, young man.
The guy don't have any outside help, so he had to do it all on his own. It's not his fault, man. He might be like Earl Campbell by the end of his career, but I mean, I hope he at some point gets some weapons because he's special. But this week I ain't taking him.
All right. Well, I'm the one taking the Giants. I bet God would take the Giants with me. We gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Packers versus the Bills. The 3-4 Packers are visiting Buffalo. The 5-1 Buffalo Bills. Did y'all know that the Bills teams are like where they rank? They have the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense.
Mm-hmm.
Packers are 20th in offense.
DOA.
So where the points coming from, guys? Flower, where the points coming from? The Packers.
You talking about from who? The Packers?
The Packers.
I mean, they come from early, I guess, from the first scripted 15 plays, I guess, because after that, man, people get adjusted. It's over. Aaron Rodgers don't trust anybody except himself and the swashka, whatever it is that he be taking. I just it's not gonna be the same. Devontae is not there. He doesn't have that one person he can just know. That guy knows where to be in a particular spot. He knows where to sit in the zone. He doesn't have that. And Aaron is just a complicated guy. He's not a we guy. He's a me guy. You see Patrick Mahomes. You see all these other quarterbacks take all these other quarterbacks in. Like the Chiefs got Kadarius Toney today. Watch Patrick Mahomes and the Reading Company, bring them in, put their arms around them, and put his talent on display. Watch. Just watch. It's going to end up happening. But, man, Aaron Rodgers, we said it last week, and he was on thin ice with me and RC last week.
Yeah.
I can't go. I can't go with that. You know, he's on TV bashing his teammates. He's on Pat McAfee show. You know, sitting here saying, you know, this needs to do that and that needs to do this. Okay, what do you need to do?
Right.
I hear everything about what this
Other
person needs to do,
players.
what that person needs to do. I haven't heard Aaron Rodgers say what I need to do, not once.
Right.
That's the problem. So, and
I
you come
see.
in here and saying we're gonna try this. I'm sorry, you're gonna try to
Oh, you keep.
expose the Bills. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done with it. Now, you said, you know, hopefully we can come in this week and expose the Bills. If that ain't bullet board material for the Bills to be up 31 nothing at halftime on the Packers, I don't know what it is. Bills big.
Bills are petty. They run up the score just to be running it up, and they never stop Josh Allen. They just let him do it. RC, so the Packers coming out here talking. What's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers?
First of all, when I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong. I would not walk back the fact that he's a talented quarterback, and if he
Oh
had
yeah.
what Brady had, he'll have more rings. But every week when you're wrong, it's like you get examples of your wrongness. And I have many examples these last few weeks of my wrongness when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, because this is your opportunity, especially this point in your career, to show your leadership and show what type of person you are and what character, and lead by example. And he decided now to just, like he said, go on different podcasts and throw his teammates under the bus and make it seem like, well, y'all knew when Devontae left, I was going to struggle. Listen, let me explain something to you. We get on this show every week, and other people do, and we say these guys are good or bad. When you're in the National Football League, you're the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And them guys going out there every week, they can play. But see, the issue is coaching with teams like the Green Bay Packers, coaching and leadership at the quarterback position. Buffalo gonna beat the pasteurized cheese of the Green Bay Packers this week. Because you gotta understand too, Buffalo is not a team you want to talk to. Like, man, listen, leave them alone,
Yeah.
man. Because they got a dude over there, man. I call him Bobby Boucher. Leave
Come on
Bobby
now.
Boucher alone. That's Water Boy. That's the only quarterback in the league right now that want to play downhill. They want to hit you in your chest. He's the only guy I've ever seen in closing. Aaron Donald driving back the leg. He's in Aaron Donald's face. Leave that dude alone, bro.
Leave
Bills
him
big.
alone. Tyler, you agree with RC?
100%.
100%. All right. Last game. The 4-3 Bengals playing against the 2-5 Broncos. Bengals are without Jamar Chase. I believe he's out 4 to 6 weeks. So that might, would that cause swing here? I don't know. But we saw Tyler Boyd step up big in last week's game. And I feel like they're not going to miss a beat, man. Tyler Boyd, he's a stud. T. Higgins is a stud. Michael Thomas, he's a good receiver for him. So I feel like they're just going to keep the ball rolling. I don't know. I really don't know what the Broncos defense is going to shut them out, but I think they're going to try to. I mean, Browns. I don't know if the Browns defense can hang with them, but we're going to see how that game plan versus Bengals. But I'm taking the Bengals just kind of red hot right now. Tyler, who you taking?
I'm taking the Bengals just because everything you said. I think their receiving core got enough talent to hold the ship steady while he out. And plus, Cleveland ain't been playing good, and Joe Burrow is rolling. Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, he got that bling on.
Joe Shiesty.
Man, the icy right there. RC, you
The
down the
Browns-
Bengals earlier this year. So
The
what's
Bengals
going
been
on?
out. The Bengals been out screw me this week, because if they do, I'm not picking them no more. You're supposed to
I
beat
know
the
that's
Browns.
right.
The game is in Cleveland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See, that's the thing about this another divisional game. You throw the records out, man. And these two teams usually play each other tough. And every game we're getting closer to seeing Deshaun Watson. So I feel like Bengals will win, but they don't have an offensive line, and whatever the Browns are, they will get after your quarterback. So gotta take the Bengals, man.
Flowers gonna make it unanimous.
Yeah, I'm making unanimous. Taking the Bengals. Look, quick gambling tip. If you think teams are even far as talent wise, what you do is narrow it down to the quarterbacks. You always go with the better quarterback. Bengals.
All right, I'm about to show this little clip before we bring Dustin on. I want you to hear y'all opinion. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. This is from the Skip Bayless show, so y'all just tell me what y'all think.
Lamar Jackson is not happy that the Baltimore Ravens have refused to pay him the way the Browns paid Deshaun Watson. So this is what I heard from what I consider a credible source inside the Ravens locker room. I don't want to blow this way, way, way out of proportion, but I do believe what I've heard is significant. Lamar Jackson is so upset over his contract that he's effectively, quote unquote, holding out without actually holding out. Lamar is no longer as engaged or as responsive during meetings. You might say he's sometimes withdrawn during meetings. That's not at all like the Lamar we used to know and love. Occasionally, Lamar has been a little late for a meeting, a little late for a practice, something he never would have been before. Again, these aren't end-of-the-world developments, but obviously, Lamar Jackson is not the all-in, intensely dedicated, just ultra-disciplined Lamar that the Ravens had come to know and trust over his first 4 seasons.
All right, we're going to start right there. Flower, you think that insider, do you think this hold any weight to what's going on in Baltimore?
I think it does hold weight. But I do want to say this because I think it's wrong for Lamar to not be responsive now when he made a commitment to be there, prior to the season started. If Lamar really wanted to get paid early and he desired that so much, you know what he should have did? He should have held out. He should have sat out, then don't go to training camp, not do anything instead of you putting that energy now into the season. I just don't think that's a good look for the young man. I love that young man, and I want him to do right in a sense, but I don't think that's the right way to go by. And they're saying the source is coming from somebody that's in the actual locker room. And I'm not trying to make such a big deal out of it. I mean, if you be a stickler, whatever you do in life, whether it's you playing football, you raking leaves, for $20 or whatever that might be, you be a stickler at your job. You be on time, you do the right things, you lead by example. You're the quarterback of that team or that Fortune 500 company right there. They want to invest in you, pay you maybe $250 million one day. If you don't get it from them, you're going to get it from somewhere else. But do not make yourself look bad in any kind of manner. And I'm not saying that he's looking bad at all in a sense. I can get why he's upset, but Lamar, you should have put the pressure on him before the season started.
T. Wright, do you think this all this transpired because he don't have an agent? That his mom helps him out?
I don't think that really changes anything. He was still gonna be upset. That doesn't change the situation. Yeah, I'm with Flowers. If you gonna hold out, hold out. If you not, don't. You know what I'm saying? Go 100% one way.
Yeah. No in between here. So RC, is this writing on the wall? He's staying or he leaving?
It's alarming. I mean, you're in the middle of a season and you're trying to make the playoffs and trying to be an MVP. It's a tough situation. It's a disrespect for me because, whether his mom is his agent or whoever's agent, he's earned his money. He's worth every penny. You take Lamar Jackson off the Baltimore Ravens, they're just the Blackbirds in Baltimore. And that nobody watch him play. I know they got a kid over there, Huntley kid, but he ain't Lamar Jackson. I'm disappointed in the Ravens because what does he got to do? Right. I'm with you. I mean, when you say he need to hold himself a little bit more accountable and curious. I mean, you can't give them no darts to throw at you, bro. So I hope that's not true, but I hate the anonymous source in the locker room. I hate those people, man. Like, shut up, man.
Somebody snitching. I don't know. Like, if I'm Lamar, I would never play. Like, I would just if I felt disrespected and not beloved, then why put myself through this whole ordeal of myself probably getting injured? Missing out on a big play day. Exactly. So he only had 1 year on his contract. I mean, he might lose some money this year. Who was that quarterback that set out, or that running back? I think it was Lebron. He bet big on himself, but he missed out. But Lamar is better than Lebron. Lebron was like close to his end of his career with the Steelers anyway. So if he betting on himself, why play? Like you gonna get that major contract once you hit free agency.
Let me add to that real quick. I mean, he's playing because he's trying to prove his worth to them, and you know, if he can win an MVP or I mean, of course. I mean that's the risk of it all. You know, you can get injured, but at the same time, you know, he's trying to put it out on the line and show him, you know, that he's worth every penny he's going to announce. But it goes back to what I'm saying. If Lamar was so concerned about getting that guaranteed money in his pocket, he should have sat out. He should have went on and just sat out before the season started.
Exactly, because now I don't understand the whole proving his worth when he already proven. I mean, what else do he need to do? So if he feel like that, then why would I stay with an organization don't have their faith and don't think that I'm worth it? I mean,
this is what the NFL play hardball.
We in contention every year, so I don't. It just
they can franchise him. They can franchise him for 2 more years. You know, he'll get more expensive and expensive. I don't think he's gonna be in Baltimore too much longer, honestly. Because they should. If it was anybody else, they would have been signed them. Because why risk the market getting bigger? Like I said, you getting Burrow coming up. You getting you know the kid out of Los Angeles coming up. If somebody's going to eventually make $250 million guaranteed, why not pay Lamar and get it out the way? It doesn't matter if his mother's the agent or not. I mean, I understand that agents can continue to talk. I mean, his mother's the agent. They can continue to talk to her and hold negotiations. I mean, you can say what you're going to say to the agent to her. What do you want to say?
I can see her being like, pay my son.
No, but his mom, I guarantee you, if you Google it, if you kind of do your research or homework on it, his mom probably like a lawyer or something. She had he's well versed in what
they have representation.
Yeah, but I think we have to look at it like this, y'all. If you look at Patrick Mahomes, you look at Josh Allen, then you look at Lamar Jackson. The one thing that holds Lamar back is pocket playing from the pocket. If you ask me who I feared the most out of those three, it's gonna be Josh Allen, because Josh Allen he's surgical. He can stand in the pocket with that right foot back and carve your defense up. And then Mahomes is kind of all over the place. He'll be second. Then Lamar, we played Lamar on our Super Bowl run. I watched that game. I was not scared of him, man. I was like, I know what's coming. So I think that's what Baltimore is holding against him, because they don't feel like he's evolved in the pass game, and that's only because of the skill players on the outside. I think you would if you allow him to get out of that Colin Kaepernick offense you're trying to run, because you gotta let him play quarterback, man.
And we knew Josh Allen was gonna be good. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this when we done. We knew Josh Allen was gonna be good, but what changed with Josh Allen when he got Stephen Diggs?
Yeah,
everything changed. The whole trajectory of Josh Allen's career changed because at one particular time, they were saying Josh Allen couldn't throw the ball. He was with 58, 60% completion percentage thrower at one particular time.
That's real facts.
Well, we also saw one more thing. We saw something else change Josh Allen. His mechanics. They showed a video of him of his throwing motion, how his I think they said his elbow was dipping too low or something, and they made him So he also improved in it. So I'm not saying Lamar didn't improve on his throwing motion. He actually did, but I'm just saying, Josh Allen did get better also in that department. So let's go ahead and move on.
Stephen Diggs, please. Give Lamar Stephen Diggs.
I don't know.
That's all you need.
I had to see.
Hey, the man.
All right. Let's move on to basketball. We have fast break. Here we go. Let's welcome my NBA analyst, Dustin Bishop. What's going on, bro?
What's up, y'all?
Not much. I know you got some hot takes. Look, Dustin probably got a notebook and pen over there, wrote down all his ideas.
Gonna dust it up. The Dustin report.
Dustin report, all his one-liners and everything. Yeah, I know how you prepare. So, we saw a game yesterday between the Bucks and the Nets. Giannis went off, man. That dude's a beast for sure. But I just want to show this one clip Tyler sent me. I thought it was pretty funny. Well, he sent everybody clip, but I'm about to show it.
He's just going to make you pay all night. Durant
give and go. Simmons, it's an air ball.
Well, boy, airball the layup. Thus, we saw that a couple times in basketball with somebody air a layup, but we never saw it in the NBA like that. I mean, so what's the next gonna have to do to get on the grind? Because now they 1-3.
Yeah, it look like they're about to be 1-4. I think they're losing to the Mavericks right now.
Yeah, the Mavericks, they starting out kind of slow. But yeah, the score is 129 to 125, and it's 2 seconds on the clock. So yeah, the Mavericks beat the Nets. So what do the Nets have to do? What's going on?
Same thing the Lakers need to do. They just need to blow that joker up. I mean, it's that I think that everybody should be expendable on the Knicks except for KD. Everybody. Because I mean, you just I don't know what's going on with Ben Simmons, but I mean, he's not even he could never shoot. He could never shoot from the time he came into the league. But I mean, he still has some first 2 or 3 years, he still has some pretty, decent games, playing in the paint and being aggressive. But now, like, also during that game, I don't know if you guys saw the clip of where Kyrie drove in the lane, kicked it to Ben behind him, and Ben at least had an easy layup at the very least. Because, I mean, you can't forget, Ben's 6'10".
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had an easy layup at the very least, and he immediately turned around and kicked it out. And Kyrie yelled, "Shoot it, man!"
and we know what happened.
So you got what you got with Ben Simmons at this point. I mean, I really don't know what to do with him. I probably be a little bit more patient with him to see maybe if he can find his confidence. I think he took a few more shots tonight. I still don't think he scored in double digits. He may have had like 7, 8 points or something like that. But I was listening to Wendy on ESPN. He made some good points. He was talking about like how when Ben besides the last game, like when Ben fouls out, he almost looks relieved to be out the game. And then like it's not so much that he's afraid to shoot. He don't want to get fouled, have to go to the free throw line. I think he was like 1 for 1 tonight. But yeah, it seems to me like based on his game, he may be because he does have an inside game. When you have inside game, you're gonna get fouled. And I don't think he wants to go to the line.
Oh my word! So
That's
let
too
me
much,
say this quote by Kyrie on the RC respond to this. Kyrie came out and said, Ben Simmons, he hasn't played in 2 years. Give him an effing chance. What you guys say to that, RC?
I think I'm gonna go quick because I want everybody to touch this, man. I think I feel sorry for this dude, man. I think psychologically he's not there. I think it's something I saw Shaq go through. Y'all ever heard that? Y'all ever heard Shaq say whenever I think it's the game 6 or game 5 when Robert Horry they tipped the ball back out to Robert Horry and Robert Horry shoots a 3. Shaq actually admitted years later that he tipped it out because he didn't want to get fouled and go to the free throw line and shoot free throws. It's mental, man. It's mental. Like it's mental. It's mental with these guys. And that guy, I really feel sorry for him. I've never seen this before in my life. He's like fragile. He's really fragile. He's really damaged. It looked like it kind of reminded me of Space Jam, like the Monster. They done took this man. This man went from being one of the top players in the league to now this, and it's hard to watch night to night. So I can imagine being his teammate.
Yeah, I agree with that. And to add to RC point, the only player I've ever seen something like this happen to was Markelle Fultz when he got in the league.
He had a reason though.
Yeah,
he got injured.
Yeah, but so I don't know. Ben, he need to go see a psychologist or something because it's definitely mental. It's 98% mental with him.
He muted, guys. Somebody
muted. You muted, Ben.
You muted yourself.
Oh, dang, I missed and touched my mic. Yeah, all right, Tyler. If you were Ben Simmons' teammate, how would you handle this?
You got to be patient with him because it's hard to watch. But I think his back is really messed up. If I watched the whole game yesterday, he don't even move the same. Go look at how he moving now, how he moved like when he was putting up all the numbers and stuff. His back is really messed up.
So what should he do here? Should he set out another year and go to the months bet and find himself or something? Like what should he do? Like we run out of options here, you know.
Work on your. Let me say this real quick. Work on your complete game. You know, don't be so perimeter oriented. Learn how to play with your back to the basket. It's other ways to get away from having to face the basket and shoot the ball. Giannis did it. It's just
I think he feel pressed too because, like I said, the NBA is different now. Everything is long range to short, no mid. I feel like he can figure out the mid range game. I think that'll improve his shot making in the long range because you don't have to take 5 threes a game. 1 or 2 is great, especially for his caliber type player. You know, figure out the mid range. You go from there. You know, I don't know. Dustin remember the shooting drill. You remember we had to stand like near the basket, and shoot with one hand
into the hospital.
Yeah, and then we had to work. Yeah, we had to work our way back, and so that's how we worked on our shooting motion, our shooting range. We got our wrist stronger, and then we went from there. I mean, I don't know. These are NBA coaches, NBA players. What do I know? I
can say so much about Ben.
I mean, when you in your own head, that's your worst enemy right now. So, like I say, he have to look at himself in the mirror and like, hey, you're not playing well. You have a problem. You scared. I'm scared. I need to deal with this or something. I feel like he's not being true to himself. Or one of the Kardashians put a hex on him. I don't know. It could be either one. I'm just saying.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You just hit on it.
And everything,
I don't know, but it would seem
that's
like I'm just saying.
I want to say this too, y'all. Everything is not mental illness. Y'all, we've all played sports.
Yeah.
We've been on a team with someone who was scared. They were practice players and they got in the game. They were scared to death. You can see the fear in their eyes. And I'm not saying he's always been there, but he's always been the best player on his team. He's always been pampered. He's always been someone who's always been. So now going to Philadelphia, that media market is tough. Now you're in New York. That's even worse. If he went to LA right now, I hate to say that, he probably shoot himself because Russell Westbrook right now look the same way. They made out of the same stuff right now where they're fragile. They can't take criticism.
Me on the Lakers.
Yeah, if you look at Russ and you look at Ben Simmons, it's the same type of body language. They look defeated, and it's sad, bro.
I think him and Russ are dealing with it in 2 different ways.
Oh yeah, they're dealing with it 2 different ways.
Ben Simmons is running from it. Russell trying to fight everybody and say he not have a problem. It's like you dragging an alcoholic to AA. I think it's called AA meeting. That's what it is with Westbrook. You dragging him to a meeting to get help, and he don't want help.
Russ is selling, bro. He is selling. If you say I'm the reason, I'm gonna give you the reason. He's trying to. Russ is not this bad. It's just he don't want to play with him, and it's contractually a problem.
Both of them are self-inflicted, though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, like I said, all of us are athletes in here, so we know the mental aspect of the game. I know I had a mental block where I had trouble with my left hand, right? And I remember one time I took myself out the game because I had 3 back-to-back turnovers. I was trying to drive my left hand. I turned the ball over a couple times. I took myself out the game. I'm like, yo, I suck right now. Like, I'm not helping y'all. Like, this is bad. So I knew what the problem was. And guess what? I knew what I had to do.
I ain't coming out, Tyler.
I ain't coming out.
He said ain't coming out?
No, never.
I think it was a game you were injured, and they put me at point. I don't run point, man. So I'll turn the ball over and crowd. I'm like, yo, this is terrible. This is terrible. But Flowers, with Ben Simmons, what you do? You try to put him on the trade block, at least try to get draft picks for him because I don't feel like he messes with the team well. I don't feel like he fits in.
I can talk about Ben Simmons for 15 minutes straight if you really wanted me to. That's how much just Ben Simmons, just over these past 3 years, just listening to everything to now. Ben Simmons has a lot to figure out with himself and everything else. I mean, he just burns the Gemini in me up because half of me kind of feels sorry for him, and the other
Mm-hmm.
half of me knows, well, you were entitled. Brett Brown didn't coach you when you first got to Philly. He coached you on the Australian team. He babied you. You didn't work on your game in the offseason.
Come on,
Not
Pep.
even if you're gonna have a 3-point ball. I'm not big on analytics. I understand the league is, shoot 3 ball, high percentage shots. They're trying to eliminate the mid-range game. If anything Ben Simmons needs to do, practice on your free throws.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
people that do not play the game of basketball in a professional manner. They can close their eyes and make 7 out of 10 free throws. These are Joes I'm talking about on the street. And Ben Simmons' life and job is basketball. He has all day to work and perfect his craft. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Now, I'm quite sure he got psyched out in that playoff game against Atlanta. He hadn't been right. He didn't play a year. Look, I'm not the one to talk about mental illness as far as saying somebody does and doesn't have it, but I mean, it doesn't make any sense in his sense as far as him sitting out and saying this and that. When you're wearing loud orange green suits on the bench, to make yourself seen. I mean, I question a lot about Ben Simmons. I'm gonna give him some time because he hasn't played in 2 years. I'm gonna give him some time. But if you put him on a trade block, what you gonna get from him? His value went from 10 to 4.5. Let's be real here.
That's what I'm saying. You just trying to move him, cause you're not. It's not gonna help either way. Keeping them are, I'm saying.
Nah, you gotta keep him.
Let me add this.
You're not gonna get the same value for a trade.
I mean, of course not. I mean, I'm not gonna say damaged goods, but dang, I can't trade something that's not producing. But you gotta. He's gonna disrupt you on the bench and he's gonna disrupt you on the court. So you gotta get it out of here,
man. Listen, man. Let's just call it what it is. This is the soft generation of basketball. I'm gonna tell you why. Dennis Rodman looked like he was crazy. Didn't he look like he was crazy?
Yeah.
If you just look at Dennis Rodman, he looked crazy as it was all a show. He could play the game and he worked on his game. These guys come through the AAU circuit, like he said, they get pampered. These guys are in the NBA on the highest level of basketball, drilled out, because that's all they're doing in front of a cone, dribbling and going around and get to the highest level of basketball. They can't dribble with your left hand. Listen to me, it's a lot of them. Can't dribble with their left hand. Can't shoot free throws. The first shot is, I'm talking about Kawhi comes in the game. Kawhi is taking 2 years off. As soon as he get back in the game, he goes right to the mid-range. That's a belt.
Automatic. Butter.
Why do Kawhi look so great? Because it's easy, bro. He played in the era with Kobe and them. And now he's playing in the era where nobody's defending. And Ben Simmons is, I'm not going to, I'm with you. We can't call everything mental illness, but we need to start holding them accountable. Because LeBron James is considered the GOAT. But a GOAT don't have no weakness. But this man finna be the GOAT. You see what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
A GOAT don't have no weakness, bro. Brady don't have a weakness. What's his weakness?
Resilient.
What's Michael Jordan's weakness? I tell you what LeBron's weakness is. We can be here all night. This is just a different era of basketball, man.
Yeah. So you bringing up LeBron and everything.
I mean, but also to RC's point, and when these shots like Kawhi, MJ, and Kobe, they practice that fadeaway, that mid range, hundreds upon thousands of times before they even get in the game. I mean, he even got stories of Kobe, like when he would miss shots, he go back to the stadium after the game and make that shot 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what
love of the game.
Yeah,
that's love of the game.
That's what you got to do.
That's all they got to do. We got to go to work.
So Ben not doing it, that showed me it, because you build that confidence outside the game. So what that tells me, Ben's not making 100 free throws. It should be a requirement for him before every game to make 100 free throws.
And from here on out, the only Ben I'm acknowledging is Ben Reynolds. I'm sick of
I know that.
I'm sick of talking about Ben Reynolds. I'm talking about Ben Simmons, bro.
So let's talk about your Lakers. They 0-4 right now, and LeBron posted this I don't know what it is. I guess it's a message to whoever listening out there. How long will you be taken for granted? RC, what is he talking about?
It sound like a woman, bro. It sound like a woman who's been in bad relationships. It sound like a woman that wants attention from her man. It sound like a woman, man. This is a team he put together. It had his blueprint. I said this earlier to a friend of mine. I said, bro, when Patrick Ewing, if you ask Knicks fans what they think about Patrick Ewing, they blame Patrick Ewing for everything. They say Patrick Ewing is the reason why they don't have a championship. But when you get to LeBron James fans, even Sphinx fans with Charles Barkley, when you get to LeBron James fans, it's everybody else's fault but his. It's never his fault. This situation was created by this guy. This guy is supposed to be the smartest basketball player we've ever seen, and he thought he could fix Russell Westbrook. He thought he could fix the 10-man that was down in New Orleans. Every time he got off the bench, he got hurt. I'm going to say this and I'm getting off this. I watched Anthony Davis get hurt on air. Nobody touched him. Got surround sound. I heard him go, "Aye."
Hey, did y'all see that clip? Him playing 2K on Twitch with himself.
I don't put it
layup. He get injured himself on the first play of the game on a video game.
That's crazy. You can't make that up.
2K no.
2K got it right, huh?
Yeah.
So we're talking about LeBron and his team. They 0-4. Westbrook is confronting fans again. I don't know. Y'all saw the video. He was walking out into the tunnel, and they said, "Westbrook, you suck." And he turns back around. He said, "What? What was that?" And the fan like, "We love you, Westbrook." No, I wouldn't say it again. What are you gonna do? Come in the stands and hit me? I'm like, I'm a millionaire now. No, what? Wow. I say it again.
You one of them, bro.
I would say,
yeah, I'm one of those. Like,
come on, hit me.
Lawsuit, bro.
Come on.
Hey, hit me. Come on to
the man, you ain't from Jacktown, man.
Hey, I'll make sure you hit me first before I throw a punch.
Get that money.
So I get the money. Like, so he confronting fans again. Like, he worrying about the wrong things.
Yes, sir.
Wrong things. He's not worrying about improving the game. He's worrying about what people are saying. And I want to tell the story. I seen it. I think Magic Johnson was on Shay Shay. That's his
Club Shay Shay.
Club Shay Shay. And Magic was talking about how he got to LA and he was playing bad. They was calling him Tragic Magic. And so he said the only way
Finals MVP the previous year.
Yeah. And he said the only way he said the only way to shut him up and get the media on his side was to play better and improve. He said he worked on himself the whole off season. And, he improved himself. I think they won the finals that year. The year they, he came in the offseason, worked on his game. He said, that's what you got to do. He said, stop fighting the media. Stop fighting the fans. He said, if you play bad, say you play bad. Don't make excuses. And he said, that was the advice you give to Westbrook. Just admit that you playing bad and they'll love you. If they see you improve and work on your game, they're going to love you. So, T-Right, Magic got a point. Westbrook just needs to start fighting.
He definitely has a point, but I hate that they put all of it. Ain't just Westbrook, man. It ain't.
No.
Bron is wrong for wanting risk, but I don't see why in the world he won. That's a terrible fit. But also, Rob Pelinka, he let Caruso and KCP walk.
Kuzma. Yep.
Go trade for Pat Bev. They got a backcourt of Pat Bev and Russ. On the wing, like that, the whole team just don't make sense. There's no way three of your point guards go what was it? 1 for 25 from 3?
Yeah, something like that. It's horrible.
It's terrible. I hate it for Russ because you can tell it's just like he don't even love to play no more. They taking away his love for the game.
So
I mean, I agree. I was just gonna say I agree. Yeah, I will say this. Like I'm not a Russ fan, but they are using him as a scapegoat wrongfully. So to me, if they ought to begin on anybody, is with Anthony Davis, because at least with Russ, you knew what you were getting. You knew you was getting a hoopty. With AD, you thought you was getting top of the line.
Yeah,
it's not producing. So if anything, I would be if I was on ESPN, Fox Sports, I'd be going in on AD because AD has not been as advertised. Not even when he's playing. Not even when he's supposedly healthy. Like I was listening to Vince Carter earlier, and he brought up a great point. Why are you going through it? How are you a big man and you go to the line one time during the whole game? One time. That means you settling for jumpers. Bro, you 6'11", 7 feet. Why are you not going to the paint?
Fading back.
Especially when your jump shot. Especially when your jump shot.
Fade away from the foul. Exactly.
It's an ugly fade away. He needs to. Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah.
Needs to put out on her Twitter, her Instagram, and ban him from wearing Kobe's.
You took the word right.
He should not be allowed to wear Kobe's.
Can you imagine Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Shaq wearing Kobe's? Them shoes ain't got no kind of quit playing.
No kind of track.
None of that.
That might be hurt all the
No ankle support. No ankle
support. So with that being said, guys, we were talking about in the group chat how we would fix the Lakers. RC, let me hear your response. What would you do right now?
I'm telling you, give me the most powerful explosive you have. I'm blowing the thing up. I'm getting rid of everybody. I'm starting with LeBron James. I'm telling you why. I love LeBron James and what he's done for basketball. We appreciate it, but it's time to go. It's time to hang him up. Because listen, the game has changed. So I got to trade him first. He's the most valuable player you have. Nobody's going to be fooled with Anthony Davis. Nobody's going to be fooled with Westbrook. I want to call him Westbrook because he skipped and pounded it in my head.
Yeah.
But the most valuable piece you have is LeBron. You'll get more for that pick or for that player. We need picks and we need players now. So I would trade LeBron first. Everybody else, I would try to persuade you and talk you into doing it because ain't nobody taking them players. Right?
Yeah, I just it's gonna be a hard sell for sure. T-Right, you're a LeBron fan. You agree with RC assessment?
Yeah, I think he might have a no trade clause, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. Yeah, I think
he does. Not in this contract. He doesn't.
Yeah, well, see, that would be the ideal thing, but do they have the nerve to trade LeBron James?
Let me be a GM. I'll show you nerve.
I'll show you a lot of stuff.
You know who run the Lakers.
I don't think Pelinka got.
He ain't got it in him.
He don't got him.
He ain't got it in him.
So
maybe AD, but not. I don't see him.
He ain't got it in him.
Because if he had it in him, he wouldn't have let LeBron bring in Russ. I mean, it was LeBron who told Rob Pelinka that, but it was Rob Pelinka that had to push the buttons in order to make that happen. And if Rob Pelinka was like that, he wouldn't have let. Because I mean, that was. I still don't see how even Jeannie Buss let that happen.
This is how much power LeBron got. J.R. Smith was a Laker. Let that marinate. Think about that. J.R. Smith, Deion Waiters, Dwight Howard was a Laker twice. These guys have been coming through this door the last few years. Aren't Lakers, man. They're not real. They're not Lakers, and so therefore, like you got to understand, like for his greatness as a player, he's horrible as a GM. Mm-hmm. And he's really a bad teammate because if you really think about it, man, like I struggle with wrapping my mind around him having an issue with a team that you allow Pat Beverly to be on. This is Russ is a problem. Like I'm with Tyler. Like, how do you put Pat Beverly on this team, man? That's like
don't make no sense.
It's like, man, that's like asking Jimmy Garoppolo to play like Lamar Jackson. Like you asking, and these guys are out of there. They're like, I think I heard Shannon Sharp say this that they've never been the focal point of an offense, and now you're asking them to be.
They got to ask them to change their strikes. So with we're gonna keep our eyes on Lakers and see what happens. Let me ask y'all this question.
They got blow. Let me
ask y'all this question. All right, so it's kind of early. It's still the second week of NBA games. Mm-hmm. Dustin, who you have coming out of the East? Who you think the favorite is in the East?
Probably the Bucks.
Yeah, you saw what Giannis did yesterday. RC, you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm rolling.
Do everybody have the Bucks here?
Yeah, Bucks, man. Number one defensive team in the league, and they got Giannis.
And they get Middleton back.
I forgot he was even on that team when I
Joe
watched him play
Ingles,
Brooklyn.
Middleton,
Middleton coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Bucks look scary, man. They back in it. Flowers, who you have coming out of the West?
As of now, Golden State, man, until elsewise.
You're not sold on the Suns. You don't think the Suns can compete?
Chris Paul can't go left.
Dang, Ty took a shot at your guy.
Just like RC said, that's the reason they lost the finals against the Bucks. He couldn't go left, man.
He was hurt.
And after
man.
about 2 or 3 games, they figured out we're gonna stop him doing that, coming in from about 15 foot, pulling up for that jumper, man. We're gonna make him go left. That's what happened.
So
No disrespect.
Do everybody have the Warriors here?
I don't.
Now.
Right now, the only reason,
Y'all
as much as it burns the core of my soul to say this, I probably would have the Clippers. It was that snake Kawhi actually played. But like everybody is saying, this dude don't be hurt, man. He just want to sit
Of course
out.
not. Yeah.
This dude,
I think he be saving it. He's saving
okay,
saving from
That's
there.
the Spurs way, though. That's the Spurs way.
That's not
But
the
he
Spurs
said
way.
he not
That is
even
the Spurs
playing,
way.
That's not the Spurs way.
Man,
Tim
Tim Duncan
Duncan,
do it all
Manu,
the
and
time.
Tony. Yeah, in April.
Well, Popovich started it.
Yeah, Popovich started
in April.
But still,
Not,
he created a
not
monster. He
October.
created a monster, though.
Well, he was coming off knee surgery, so they probably trying to be limited with him. I mean, only playing 20 minutes a game.
Kawhi sat out a whole year in some change.
Yeah, we ain't seen him in 2 years.
He
Solid,
good.
bro.
He
I'm
should
taking
be
the
Bro, you
Clippers.
don't know what he is, Dustin. Come on, get the dude a break.
Derrick Rose.
He ain't playing like Ben Simmons.
Derrick Rose was coming off ACL, MCL. He's never taken as much time off as Kawhi. And Derrick Rose, that first, stint he had 3 to I think about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's changed direction. Yeah, that's why he had changed his game, because like everything was like super quick and explosive, and that's not conducive to putting that type of pressure on your tendons and ligaments throughout 82. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be something you have to watch out with him. Is
You better get a jumper.
He working on
something.
Yes,
I'm trying to hear that from Kawhi.
I'm taking the Clippers, bro. I think Ty Lue is the most underrated coach in the league. He gets the most out of less. Like he can literally, he drug a team to the Western Conference Final that was without Kawhi. I think he can do it with Kawhi, and they go out and they get players that everything just fit. And behind the scenes is a Laker, Jerry West. Everywhere he's been, those teams be in the playoffs and successful. Like I just believe in the Clippers this year, man. I don't believe in the Warriors because I'm sick of Draymond Green. So
that's why I say it for now. That's why I say it for now. I want to see what the Clippers do. I want to see what they do and how healthy Kawhi is going to be. Now, if Kawhi make it to the playoffs, I'm with the Clippers, no doubt.
Because Draymond Green, for whatever it's worth, wants to be a Laker. He wants to go over there and be with Pat Beverly and Russ right now. If you ask him, he loves LeBron that much. But the Warriors,
Lord have mercy.
The Warriors look real. To me, I feel like they play so much basketball. And teams are pretty much now understanding that, you don't have to worry about Draymond anymore, and you got to stop Steph.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I believe the Clippers figured them out. Get to the finals.
I mean, the sleeper. I think I can guarantee you this: nobody want to see New Orleans the first round.
Oh no!
Not if all them boys healthy.
Yeah.
Nobody want to see them the first round. I
agree.
don't care if it's Golden State or the Clippers. You don't want to see them in the first round.
They got a problem though. They got a problem. And I think you look at Chris Paul when he was in New Orleans, injured. Anthony Davis, injured. Baron Davis, injured. Zion Williamson, injured. If he can play 67 games, bro, they're gonna be fine. It's something in the water down there. Don't even drink the water.
You better buy his jump purifier, huh?
But I believe in them. They good.
Oh yeah.
CJ was the best thing that they did for their franchise, because he brought all those guys together and got them to mesh into a unit. So yeah, that bringing in CJ, I mean that totally changed.
That's what LeBron needs. CJs
there.
of the world. He needs CJ color and stuff like that.
That's right. All right, guys. Let's move on to a different segment called Overtime. Y'all ready? First time ever for this. Well, we did overtime, but we never had graphics for it. But I put together a little something. All right, we hitting in overtime right now. I want to show this one because this was wild. It was sent in the Twitter group chat, so I want to talk about this. And we're gonna get to Kanye in a few minutes too. But I'm about to show this real quick.
David, wake up.
Hi. Chase Davis on the beat, yeah.
So AB came out with a shirt with him hugging Giselle. So we're gonna ask the married man here. Start this off first. RC, how you handling this?
I don't like the way how close their mouth was, man. They be tripping, bro. Man, listen, bro. Listen. That ain't even my woman, man. I'm looking at AB like, bro. Even AB was looking at her like, you was really close to my lips, like. Giselle, you dirty dog. I really feel some type of way about this. But this is the mind games that AB plays, the same game that Kanye plays. It's all strategic. And it make you think and it make you look at stuff crazy. But I'm really bothered by, this is the card that he playing, this man's wife, and this whole energy with that. AB stands for something else I can't say. I can't say it on here because that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. Disrespectful.
So if you're Tom Brady, how you handling this?
You slapped the hell. See, man, you trying to make us on here, man.
He's not gonna do it, but yeah, if I'm Tom Brady, I'm flying to wherever AB is, and it's on site.
Isn't like at some point enough is enough? Like now you being real disrespectful right now.
Who gonna stop him?
Shoot, so you tell me Tom Brady don't have nobody?
Tom Brady got to stop. Tom Brady brought Tom Brady into his home. Tom Brady brought this man into his home. Got him.
Tom got to get him touched, bro.
And
Tom better put that on. I know that.
Tom got to get him.
He got to get him
bro.
touched in some type of way. If not, man, he got to get on. He got to, man, find
bro,
a lady to. I don't know, man. He got to do something. He got to come with this man legally on some legal terms, some money terms. He got to do something, man.
Call Mike Evans. We see how Mike Evans reacts about Tom Brady. He told the ref, that's Tom Brady. Call Mike Evans. Say, Mike Evans, Lattimore gonna be at the house with him. Go over there and get it because you gotta handle that. You gotta have his hands like he be doing this stupid video. you gotta be throwing
put it on.
Put it on him. I'm pulling up playing that.
As a man, I don't give a care if you can't fight, you can. You gotta go check that.
Can't hear you, Ben.
Really can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, all right. As a man, you gotta go check that. I don't give a care if you can fight or you can't. You can't have this dude that you took in, fed him, clothed him, pretty much did it. You know what I'm saying? Gave him a place to lay his head, and he coming out here and disrespecting your ex-wife and saying that he's the reason why y'all getting divorced, that he did this to her, like they had relations and everything. No, bro. It don't work like that. Especially after what I did to help you out and gave you a chance on the team.
Man, how your son gonna, man, Tom Brady got to think, man, how his son gonna look at him? Like you letting this dude disrespect his mom and your house, man. Come on, man. You can't look your son in the eye and be like, shoot, I don't know.
Daddy, do something. Like it just blows my mind.
I need him to have the same energy he be having with those iPads on the sideline. So you can tell a lot about a man what he values. Breaking iPads over there. You over there cussing out the offensive lineman by mean. This stuff don't mean nothing. Them rings don't mean nothing. Take them rings. I'll tell you what you do, Tom Brady. It's a pep talk. Put them rings on, all 7 of them.
Yeah,
You really
go
gonna rip
snap him.
it with the rings on. You put them rings on. Put them rings
See,
on and go and show up at his house. This
see,
man
Tom
crazy,
Brady glad
bro.
Tom Brady glad he don't play with me, cause he got in my face about something. I said, go get AB's face.
Insane.
I will tell you, go get in his face. Don't get in mine.
But do you
That's
think?
where
Do
your
y'all really
problem
think
lie.
that? Do y'all think that AB is doing this to stay relevant?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh
He's
yeah.
doing it to
Because
sell it. He doing it because he needs something. I guess he's trying to
controversy
have a
say,
music
Occupy his
career.
time.
I guess he's trying to have a music career. He using it. I mean, he using it for his
but I'm gonna say
business.
this: no disrespect, and I hate to categorize and say who would do what if they were put in that situation. But if this was Jay-Z and this was Beyonce, he would disappear. He'd be like, man, ain't nobody seen AB in about 62 days. Where he
Tell
at?
me about it.
Man,
Because he just
Jay-Z
gonna do some
got different kind of power, man. It's
don't move.
Jay-Z got different kind of power.
Thomas Edward Brady, you gotta dig into your Negro side. Man. You hang out with brothers, bro. Come on.
Man, he better holler at Trump, because when people was accusing Trump, like Trump was Trump, man. All of a sudden people disappear.
Dude,
You
all
don't hear
it
from
takes,
him
man.
again.
I'm trying to tell you, all you gotta do is just
Trump.
catch, like you do in the hood. You gotta catch him lacking, Tom. You gotta catch him lacking when he by himself. You in the bathroom stall. Let him get it. I'm trying to tell you, you just can't let this man just do this to you. Run
put
all
them
over.
things on time. He catch him in that stuff.
Man, hey, you bring them 2 offensive linemen with you. Catch AB in that stall, then just go ahead.
You better get growing, man. You better get
Yeah,
growing.
that's what I'm saying. Look, you got too many boys with you now to catch that man lacking. So,
bro, Tom Brady ain't the GOAT no more, man. It just dawned on me that Tom Brady not the GOAT. I know a few. I just don't think he's gonna do Joe Montana wife like this. You ain't gonna do Dan Marino. You ain't gonna do Dan Marino, and he ain't won nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And you, but this is bothering me. We actually trying to talk about some other men handling your business. No, bro, I can't give you this.
That's why I haven't even said anything yet. I'm just shaking my head.
I already know how I am. I already know, like, I
can't play about that later, man.
Yeah, especially with my family.
Bro, this ain't even his old lady. This ain't even his old lady no more. It's the disrespect for me. We could get a divorce tomorrow. You not gonna play this card with me.
Yeah.
You slept in this man's house.
That's what I'm saying. I did that stuff for you. I put my neck on line for you. I put my
I got you back in
on line
the
for you. Come on, bro. Like, we ain't going down like that.
I mean, that's pretty much like Tom being like with his kids, and like AB coming up to him and telling him like, you my female dog.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
I don't know. I just don't see how a man not respond. No, nothing. Like, you didn't hear a peep from Tom. I don't know. That don't bother me too much. Like, I'll probably drive with AB it. Like, that don't bother me too much not to say.
He love football though.
That man made shirts. That man made shirts.
Yeah, that he put on his store. On his store website.
He clearly love football more than his pride, because there ain't no way.
If Tom do say something though, I'm just being double-sided with this. If Tom do say something, I mean, it kind of does it kind of gives AB what he wants, because he wants that attention. Even though
I give it to him.
It's a low blow. It is a low blow. Now, if I was Tom, I might would have put like a cease and desist, to him or something like that.
You ain't gotta say quiet.
Nah, I got
no, I wouldn't make it public. The fact that AB disrespecting him on these types of terms after Tom Brady stuck his neck out for him like that. Right. Oh, I wouldn't go public with it at all. I keep it close.
It's behind closed doors.
AB just turn up however you turn up, and I wouldn't know what happened.
Yeah,
I mean, every week Tom get up to that podium and Tom says, "We're gonna get it turned around. We're gonna do this, blah blah blah." I would be the reporter to ask the question, "What you gonna do about AB?"
I know that.
You don't want all your Super Bowls. You got all the Pro Bowls. What you gonna do about AB? Because right now, you're moving around. Like, I think Aaron Rodgers got more kahunas, bigger kahunas than this. I don't think you're gonna disrespect Aaron Rodgers. Like,
Aaron would have said something.
Bro, listen to me. This is this is a no-go. I think there are certain men who know certain men they can cross. They know who they can do this to.
Mm-hmm.
AB lived in
Preach.
his house. So AB lived in the house with Tom Brady. So he knows Tom Brady ain't running nothing. He ain't hitting no. Okay, he knows. He done did his homework.
Yeah,
He
you
know
know
what
who
but
you can cross and
He
who you
know.
can't.
He
So
know you
that's
can
Jalen Brown.
disrespect. That's right. You know you
So
can disrespect.
in overtime, let's talk a little about Kanye since it's dealing with sports and everything. We're gonna talk about the sports side. So he loses Aaron Donald and losing Jalen Brown from his sports agency. He loses his deal with Adidas, one of the top brands in sports related gear and everything and shoes. Lost his academy, basketball academy, I believe.
School. It's school.
it's
School.
school. Mm-hmm.
So RC. With all that being said, as an athlete, would you stay with Kanye and just like overlook the things, or you've been like Aaron Donald and Jalen Brown, you would have dipped out?
That's tough, man. Because I really never been a Kanye West fan. I don't
Me
understand
either.
it.
Me either.
Like the card that he plays. I feel like when his mom died, he's been miserable. There's a piece of him died. He's been miserable ever since, and we just haven't to watch this play out the way it is. I would have never signed with these guys. Are so young and so fanboys that they signing with people they don't really even understand who they sign with. Why are
Yeah.
you signed with Kanye West? Like what? I mean, who is Kanye West to the culture? Like, and I think the attack on his people, other people. You ever heard that saying, hurt people hurt people? That's all this is. Like,
Yeah.
so somebody else go because I've been cussing him out on here, man. I ain't.
I see. Say he ain't going there tonight. Flowers,
No,
you go ahead and break it down.
As you know, Ben, me and London loved Kanye when we was back in
Yeah.
school, man. Loved that Kanye, the old
that
Kanye.
kind
I
dropout.
miss the
Yeah,
old Kanye.
Come
I
on
don't
now.
know. I don't know who this new fella is. And, you know, a lot of his messages, man, he's saying the wrong things and the wrong messages, sending it, of course. Like, I'm with RC, man. You can't spew hate on hate. You hating on your own people, and then you hating on other people. You know, I don't want to go into all say it, but we know right from right and what's wrong is wrong. And especially if
Mm-hmm.
you saying you're a man of God, why spew hate? You know.
yeah.
It's not a hate bone in
Exactly.
my body, you know. None of us are perfect, but I'll never get online and we can talk
See?
about black people being oppressed for over 400 years, but still we can all keep it respectful and not
Mm-hmm.
spew the same hate that our ancestors received, because
Right.
we just have to we have to be bigger than a lot of things, and just you hurt your brand. I think he said he lost like $2 billion. You know what? It was a lyric I told somebody a while back, and it's fell on him now.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, man, he was on a song with Tyler Creator and Lil Wayne. I think it was called Cherry Bomb. He said the best. He said, what did he say? He said, "Me being crazy, the best thing going for me. You can't Marshawn me if Tom Brady throwing to me." So what he's telling you right there, he was saying then, me acting crazy is the best thing that's going for me right now.
Right.
I'm staying in the headlines. I'm doing this and doing that, and it's relevant. And I just think he's played that card to the point now. He's just off the rails with everything. And once you
Mm-hmm.
start spewing hate, man, you lose it on both ends. You lose it with your people, and you lose it with the outside world. Man, you can't keep playing. You can't. And when I say this, I'm not saying this to, make a point or nothing. All lives matter. Whether you put it on a Black Lives Matter shirt, White Lives Matter shirt, all lives matter. But Kanye can't play both sides of the fence and then hate on both sides of the fence. How does that
Exactly.
work?
I
How
don't
does that
know.
I
work?
don't know. I know one thing. I'm getting tired of people calling him a genius. He's
Right.
not a genius.
Right.
He has a talent in music. I'll give him that. But I mean, other than that, he's not a genius. He doesn't have some special plan or chess move. He's just a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Mhm.
He's a narcissist, and
And
everybody is for so long has supported him and really fed the beast. And now that he's just gotten out of control, now everybody trying to cut ties with him. But I mean, the same people trying to cut ties with him help create this monster that is Kanye now. So I mean, he's just a narcissist and hypocritical too, extremely hypocritical.
Very.
Yeah. For one thing, he called himself a Christian, all this type of stuff, but he come out and say all this type of junk.
Bruh,
No,
I
how you
think
go from producing gospel music to to this? Like, come on, bro.
I think one thing
That's why I never liked Kanye. I never liked Kanye like that.
I mean,
mention this, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna on that same podcast. He had just mentioned something about like all rich people should be like looked at as dirt and like under everybody. But in the same breath, you talking about Balenciaga and Gucci and all these materialistic rich people things.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you saying something else. Like, it makes no sense to me.
I truly believe that we're all hitting on some good points, but be careful who you lay down with. That matters too.
Yeah.
Every time a man has laid down with a Kardashian, he's got up a different man. He got up a different man. You watch Reggie Bush's career ended.
Reggie Bush got up. He got up.
My boy Bush got up too. Ended. Chris Humphries ended. Lamar Odom died and came back. Like, listen, man.
You're right.
It's something to be said about these Kardashians. I'm not putting all the blame on them, but if you want to tear a man down in history, go back in history. Every great man, every man that had anything that he was trying to add to the world, they used a woman to bring him down.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at Kanye as well as in that category. I mean, this is a woman you can basically that has no value or worth outside of what her value and her worth started with what she did with one black man, Ray J, and it evolved from that. And now you helped make her profitable.
Yep.
Her whole living was made off of what you did, and you made kids with this woman. And now he's struggling with having, I sacrificed all this for you, and now you don't even want me. So now he's walking around bitter, hurt. He's walking around with some boots up to his knees, big old sweaters on. Like, man, listen,
You're walking through the rain.
If you take money away from Kanye West or Jay-Z or Lil Wayne, you take fame away from him. We call them crazy in the hood, and local folks acting like that. We would say there's something wrong with them. But you give them money, you give them fame, you start calling them genius, you start paying extra money for some shoes, you calling them goats, and it's treating their ego. And now we all sitting on here on a podcast talking about a man that really and truly act like he don't want to be here. Mm-hmm. And it's sad. It's sad. Yep. And it's because of that woman, y'all. They ain't got nothing to do. You don't care about that money.
You got some long times with him.
If that woman if Kardashian say, I want to be with you again, he'll go right back on with the Kardashian.
Of course. Okay, you want his family back. But on that note, is there anything else y'all want to bring up for me in the pod?
Baltimore 27, Tampa Bay 16.
Yeah. All right, guys. RC, to your right. Flowers. Gatwood picked the Buccaneers. I don't know what he was thinking about that time.
It has begun.
How long y'all gonna think James Harden and Joel Embiid gonna stay together?
What I tell you last week? That ain't gonna work. It's the Houston 76ers right now. James Harden got the ball in his hand too much. That 1-4 is a big disappointment.
You know who would be a perfect fit for LeBron James?
Embiid.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to happen. Because I feel like don't bail him out of the mess he made. But instead of Anthony Davis, it should have been Embiid. It would have been
That's a perfect switch, RC, because James Harden and Anthony Davis could play off. Well, I mean, Anthony Davis don't want to be in the paint anyway, so he can play out of the paint, and James Harden can just dribble and kick out to him. It actually makes sense.
Well, we might see it. I don't know. The Lakers probably cooking up something, but I guess time will tell. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into the show. Like and subscribe on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and YouTube, Twitch, all that. And I'm going to post all the links in the show notes. Thank y'all for joining us. We out of here.
All right,
peace and blessings.
All right, peace out.
So.